Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. An update from Ukraine, and that has to do with the Russians liberating, taking over, controlling, occupying another location, another settlement in DPR. I'm going to show you maps. Another one, we find out that Ukraine intercepted 1 in 6 Russian ballistic missiles targeting Kyiv. That's less than 20%. Oh my God, it's less than 20%. And I will disclose to you that when the war against Iraq started by these liars, Iraq launched some Soviet missiles towards Israel, and Israel had Patriot systems. And the Patriot systems had an accuracy of about, if I remember correctly, 7% or something like this. And it seems like the Ukrainians also have Patriot systems in Kyiv, and they intercepted 1 in 6. So good accuracy, I guess. Now, the Ukrainians claimed that they set a trap for the Russians in Andriivka, and supposedly they eliminated and trapped some Russians over there. Bad. I'm going to show you a map where that supposedly occurred or reportedly occurred. Then we have an article from the Ukrainians again, where they say that the Russians lost, or they were hit, 3 Buk missile systems destroyed by Ukraine in 12 hours operation. Now, if that's true, it's a big achievement. I watched the videos with some drones hitting, indeed, something that looked like those Buk systems, and seems to be accurate. Now, I don't know if that is from today, from forever, those are Russian or those are Ukrainians, I don't know, but I will share with you the article. Then the Ukrainians said, well, the Russians boast about capturing a village in Sumy Oblast in their new offensive, but the Ukrainians say, no, you didn't. All right, and if you want as an extra, and if you don't want, I will make you. You can click if you want, so I can't make you. Macron warns Moscow, reject peace, face consequences. Macron. This becomes a parody, not even a comedy, a parody. And in the meantime, noroc, cheers. In Romania, we have this saying, and I'm pretty sure it's everywhere else. Cine se scoală de dimineață, departe ajunge. That means who wakes up early in the morning is gonna get further away. So the same, who starts early, we're gonna get to bed early, I guess. But let's start with the first article. Sputnik. Russian troops liberate Katerinovka settlements in DPR, Ministry of Defense says. The Russian forces have taken control of the Katerinivka settlements in the Donetsk People's Republic, the Russian Defense Ministry said on Monday, as a result of decisive actions by Belarus Zapad. The settlements of Katerinivka in Donetsk People's Republic has been liberated. Hurrah! All right, where is that at, boy? Let's see. And it is located in this area here. Let me show you a better map here. Where are you, baby doll? Right there. This is it. Right, this is Zaporozhye Donetsk. It's right where this more than 90-degree angle is. So the Russians claim they liberated this by this little corner here, which would be right here in the big scheme of things, right there, according to that map in this area. Next, new voice of Ukraine. Ukraine intercepts 1 of 6 Russian ballistic missiles targeting Kyiv. Boo! I want my money back. Russia launched 6 ballistic missiles at Ukraine on the morning of April 6, with one successfully intercepted by Ukrainian air forces, while others struck Kyiv city and Oblast. Unfortunately, only 1 of the 6 ballistic missiles were destroyed. Ukrainian forces destroyed and suppressed 12 caliber. My point is this. I remember when the Americans attacked the sovereign country of Iraq on a lie. Don't worry, I got over there more. Were you not worried? It's okay. So, and they attacked, and it was, as I said, about 7%. I said, my God, that's almost zero. But anyway, it seems like they did not evolve at all. Or both technology evolved, and then they kept the same odds. Next one. This comes from New Voice of Ukraine. Ukrainian forces set a trap for Ukrainian troops near Andriivka, eliminated over 100 occupiers. Ukrainian forces successfully lured, come here, we got some babies of the night, ladies of the night, and some vodka for you. That's how they lured the Russian troops into a pre-planned ambush near the town of Andriivka in Donetsk Oblast. All right, well, good. And this is Andriivka-Olekshivka axis, which is exactly here. Oleshchivka, and here is Andriivka. This is in Pokrovsk area. So Oleshchivka, Pakaraka, and we got Andriivka next door right here. Where is that located? Pokrovsk is here. So south, a little bit southwest of Pokrovsk, which is right here. Pokrovsk is right here, so must be Andriivka exactly here. So here is where the Russians were trapped. It's a trap. It's a trap. Remember the Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars. All right. So this is what they say. Ukrainian forces trapped Russians near Andriivka in Donetsk Oblast. Video. They're gonna show us a video. We're not gonna play a video because we are on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't like that. All right. Lieutenant General, commander of the tactical group on one of the four fronts in Donetsk Oblast, has revealed that Ukrainian defense forces succeeded on the Andriivka-Oleshchivka front last week thanks to sufficient manpower and firepower. That means give us more weapons and baboons to fight. Next one. New Voice of Ukraine. 3 Russian Buk missile systems destroyed by Ukraine in 12-hour operation. And it's a video, indeed. They show some of these Buk systems hit from behind and blow to the side while they were driving, while we're in the woods. I'm not going to play that one because I don't know if that is really they're Russians or they're Ukrainians, just to give them a boost of empty hopes. Ukrainian drones operators have destroyed 3 Russian Buk surface-to-air missile systems in 12-hour operation in Russia's Kursk region. So somehow these guys supposedly destroyed them in Kursk. Kursk is right here. Kursk, this is the Oblast, this is where NATO invasion of Kursk occurred. And I think the next article we're going to get us to this area by Bosovka, where the Russians claim they liberate. All right, let's go to the next article. Russians boast of capturing village in Sumy Oblast, but it is in gray zone. Well, here is the border right here. You see that border? This is Russia. This is Ukraine. There's no gray zone. I mean, this is in Ukraine, and these guys are over it, which is located right here. Busovka. This is where the Sumy Oblast is. This is where Kursk Oblast is. So right here the Russians are advancing, and this guy said no, that's not true. We got it covered. Russian Defense Ministry claimed on Sunday that its forces have captured the village of Basivka. Basivka is Basovka, Bazuvka, Bazuka, Basovka right here. Okay? In Sumy Oblast, but Ukraine's State Border Guard Service and Ukrainska Pravda sources do not confirm this information. Now, direct experience, my friends. The Russians, good or bad, they are more consistent than the Ukrainians in lying. Not that they lie more, I think they lie less. In exaggeration terms, the Ukrainians exaggerate 3-1, the Russians 2-1. That's my personal assessment. So if they say we liberated, the Russians say we liberated, let's say two villages, probably they liberated 1. When the Ukrainians say we liberated 3, that means it's only 1. That's how I exaggerate or minimize or so on. So in this case, they tell us that the Russians liberated, or not liberated, attacked conquer that. And the Ukrainians said, no, no, no. We're going to find out, you know what, in about 2 days. That's what usually I figured out. You have to wait 3 days. 2 days. 2 days is enough. Sometimes 3 days max. When the Ukrainians say, we strategically advanced to defensive positions to save lives, or something like this. It's like, remember Winston Churchill, the guy who bankrupted an empire and destroyed an empire, but he won a war. Supposedly, he won that war in such a way that he gave Poland to the Germans that he was supposed to protect. That was the British entering the war, supposedly for protect Poland from the Germans, and then they gave it to Stalin. So if you remember, Churchill said that when they were surrounded by the Nazis, the Germans, the German Wehrmacht and Luftwaffe, and they were at what was that, where then the expeditionary force was taken over the French Channel, advance to the coast, not retreat to the coast, advance to the coast. So I'm fighting you over there, you beat me up, I'm going like this, and that's the coast. And Churchill said, hey, it's an order, advance to the coast. Oh, advance? Oh, you said advance? Boom. The same with these guys. We're gonna find out that, hey, the Ukrainians picked better positions to defend the motherland and all that. This should have not have started, but hey, when you have big interest, a little bit more left. What do you think, huh? Blood. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.